Hi, personal finance friends. Welcome back to part 6 of this 12-part series on how to land that high paying job. My name is Jennifer Butterfield, your host, and this is the Trial by Jennifer YouTube channel. And today's episode, I'm going to be covering how to automate writing a cover letter utilizing AI, which I think is a very useful and amazing topic, primarily because I have spent countless hours drafting and reviewing various cover letters to ensure that my application to a position that I really desire is impressionable and stands out amongst the large and growing, very qualified candidate pool. And I hope to share that information with you today. And so I'll go ahead and share my screen. And before I do, I want to just mention that it would be helpful to have open probably 4 tabs, one being your job search website. So that could be like LinkedIn or Indeed. I use builtinaustin.com, and I believe they have all different types of built-in fill in the blank .com websites for each city. So you might look into that as well. There's a lot of tech jobs posted there. I'm going to be using ChatGPT 3.5, which is the free version of the probably most common AI generator. And I will also have my resume on hand and a blank document to draft the cover letter. And so now's a good time to get those 4 windows open if you don't already have them open. And I will pull up my screen. Okay, so here I am on builtinaustin.com, and I really like this website primarily because, as I mentioned before, it has a lot of tech jobs available, and I believe they have them all over the United States and possibly the world, but I know for sure the United States in terms of different metropolitan areas that might have more curated and higher paying jobs than what you might find on Indeed or LinkedIn, I think, or even Craigslist. So again, it's definitely a more refined database of job postings. And so I'm going to go up here to the toolbar and hit search, and I'm going to type in the position that I've sort of been looking for. So I'm getting a Master of Science in Business Analytics degree. I'm starting that degree plan this month, and so I'm going to just use that as an example, but you can type in any job position that you're wanting and use that as well. So here I'm going to type in business analyst. And I've got all my settings. Get the job you really want, one that pays well. And I've got remote hybrid here. And you can even choose by the salary. So I'm just going to scroll down and look around to find, like, this one looks like a good one. It's almost exactly like my keywords in my search. And this one looks like a good one too. So I'll go with this first one. I'm going to view the job and read the full job description. Okay, so I've got ChatGPT open here, and I've got this prompt, and I will put this prompt in the description of this video, but essentially I'm going to state my task, which is to write a compelling cover letter that stands out in a competitive job market using the company's job posting and the candidate's resume. The objective is to land a high-paying job. And here is the part where I enter the company job posting. And so I'm just going to highlight all of this. Copy it. Mosey on over here to the company job posting and paste it. And then here's my candidate resume. So, and so I will go ahead and highlight my resume. I'm going to copy that. And paste that as well. And I'm going to save and submit. I accidentally hit enter, but I went back and edited the entry so I can make it more refined with the information from my resume on there. So I'm going to hit save and submit, which you can do pretty easily if you decide that you want to refine your prompt or make it more narrow. You can always go up here to this little scribble pen with a paper, and that will give you the opportunity to edit, and you can see the different copies. So here I have my compelling cover letter utilizing AI, and I'll just read a few paragraphs from it. Dear hiring manager, I'm writing to express my enthusiastic interest in the business data analyst position at Entra, as advertised in the job posting. With my academic background in business analytics and my proven track record of accomplishments in finance, law, and data-driven decision-making, I am confident in my ability to contribute significantly to your team's success. From your job posting, and this is one of the things, side note, I love about utilizing AI to lay a foundation for my cover letter writing process, is that it is going to take keywords and phrases that are familiar to the hiring manager and overlap them with the skills and qualifications that I have listed on my resume, and they're going to integrate those two elements to tie them together and make the most compelling statements that will catch a hiring manager's eye, and also highlight my qualifications and skills to align with what they are looking for in a candidate. So again, this is a really useful tool. I will say this: AI generation can be somewhat rote over time. So I think if you are a paid subscriber to ChatGPT or another AI generator, and you are entering different writing samples that you've created, the AI generator will pick up on your tone and your voice and incorporate those elements into its product when it spits back whatever response to your prompt that you've entered. However, I think when you're using a free generator, or maybe you don't have an account, or you want a very low level commitment of using this tool, it's really important to just keep in mind that it will be imperative to ensure that this is going to be a similar tone and voice of what each individual candidate's presence and profile demonstrates. And so I would just say, keeping that in mind, you may need to edit a sentence here and there to make it more you. Okay, so here's where I think it gets really good. From your job posting, it's clear that Entra values data-driven insights and cross-functional collaboration. My education and experiences align seamlessly with the responsibilities outlined in the role. Pursuing a master's degree in business analytics from St. Edward's University, I've honed my analytical skills and developed expertise in data manipulation and visualization using tools like SQL, Python, and R. My coursework in artificial intelligence, data summarization, and visualization has equipped me with the proficiency to extract actionable insights from complex data sets, a skill crucial to the role. Okay, we've read a couple paragraphs from the cover letter that the AI generator drafted, and I think it looks pretty good. I am ready to go ahead and copy this information and paste it into my blank document, and I'll do that by just hitting this clipboard right here on the right hand side of the generated content. And I just want to point out this feature, you can always regenerate and it will make a different version, and you can do that multiple times. But I'm going to go ahead and bring over this information to my cover letter blank doc, and I am a Times New Roman girl through and through. You will always see me utilizing Times New Roman font in any letter that I draft and any product that is written. I don't know what it is about that. Maybe, I don't know. I grew up in a Catholic school, and we had the choice between Times New Roman and Arial font back when the Apple computers had like those huge monitors, and I remember in kindergarten we had blue screens, and later when we would go to the computer lab we got to choose between the fonts, and that was always so fun. I remember we always liked the Halloween scary font, but over time I think I've kind of settled into being tried and true with the Times New Roman. So here I'm going to just fill in the details for my company, and obviously this is going to be different depending on which job you're applying to and with what company. So we're just going to paste without formatting, move this on to the next line here. This looks kind of funky, so I'm just going to do that. And as you can see, the margins are not justified. They are left-hand aligned. So depending on what industry you're applying to, be mindful of the different formatting and alignment specifications for that particular industry. I'm going to go ahead and start indenting the first line of each of my paragraphs. And I'll put my name here, Jennifer L. Butterfield. And then I'm going to just highlight these things. Anything in brackets is something that I will need to go back and fill in my own information, which is something to keep in mind. I don't ever want to submit a draft document that has form entry brackets that are left blank. So, you know, I can choose to keep the spacing the way it is, or perhaps double space. I can also enter page numbers. Again, Times New Roman gal for sure. And I kind of like them in the middle of the page. So there's 1 and 2. And I can import my signature here. So I have my own signature that I have made a transparent copy of, that I imported a digital file, and I can upload that. And then once I'm ready, I can save it to a PDF. And then depending on the job application, it will probably ask me at some point to enter a cover letter. and so I can just attach it there along with my resume. I hope that you found this video helpful. And if you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And next week, I'm going to be talking about the interview process and tips to engage in a impressionable and memorable interview to hopefully land that high-paying job, which is the goal. And so I hope to have you tune in next week. And in the meantime, happy job searching and best of luck. And just remember that you are bringing an immense amount of value to the table, and any company would be lucky to hire you. All right, I'll see you next week.